For patients with very asymmetrical, we need to correct the asymmetrical. For her, who thinks she has asymmetrical of the left and the right face?
Việc đánh giá khuôn mặt rất là quan trọng quý vị. Đầu tiên là quý vị thấy là cái người demo này á, là đối với người châu Á hoặc là người da trắng đi nữa, người ta rất là quan tâm về cái mặt gọi là mặt oval á, thì cái mặt đó rất là đẹp. Như vậy thì quý vị thấy cái mặt của cô này là cũng gần như vậy. Cái thứ hai nữa là quý vị sẽ đánh giá thử xem trước khi mình tiêm á, mình sẽ xem là hai bên có cân xứng hay không. Thì có ai trong quý vị thấy rằng là mặt bên trái và bên phải của demo này cân xứng ạ?
Do you think that she had a symmetrical of her left and right face? Yes. Please raise your hand. Yes.
Nếu mà ai nói rằng đồng ý thì giơ tay lên ạ.
No. Someone raise hands. Mostly you think the symmetrical. How can we evaluate this symmetrical or symmetrical? First, you can do upper third, especially the eyebrow position. For her, both eyebrow position is very similar. And secondly, we check the mid-face, especially the most prominent of the mid-face area. But for the mid-face, I think there's a little bit asymmetrical. This is more prominent, this is less prominent. And for the low face, you can see this side is a little bit more sagging compared with this side. If we do evaluation, bend down, your eyes up, look up, I look
Nhìn
up.
mắt lên thôi em, giữ cầm.
You can see this side is a little bit more sagging, or sagging is over here, okay? And the lips, and we need to see the vertical fibs. Intercancer lines should be same with the width of the nose, and it should be the same with the chin. For her, a little bit, I think it's a little bit wider of the nasal area, and we need to consider the nose and the lips. The nose width should ideally with the intercancer width, but the mouth width is usually 1.68 compared with intercancer distance. So for her, can be a little bit fuller, should be more appropriate. Could you smile? Okay. A minimal smile, minimal smile, big smile. Okay. We do a smile, we also evaluate of the width of the mouth compared with our whole face beauty. If you can see a little bit of smile, this width of the mouth for her face, I think it's more aesthetic present. It's more beautiful. So we can do, for her, we can do a little bit for her lips. Maybe it's a little bit wider, a little bit. And for her, we're talking about the chin. If we need to do the lips, we always consider to do the chin. Do you have pen? We're talking about E line and R line. It's very similar. You can see. If we draw a line from the nose to the chin and almost contact with the lips, so the lips projection is okay. But I think this sulcus is too deep, a little bit too deep. We can bring this sulcus, so this is the C1 we mentioned before. And because of her in my presentation, I always say we need to do mid-face before we do others. For her, we can do a little bit of mid-face to make, you can you see? If we do a little bit of mid-face, we can influence on the nasolabial, even on the lips, and also can influence on the jaws areas. And we usually do the more sagging side or more follow side first. So the plan for her, I will do the mid-face, so the 8-point lift, right side first. And then I do a little bit over the chin, and then I do over the lips. And for the upper face, we can just see a little bit of sunken over the lateral, but it's not too prominent. It's okay. If we take a look at this point of view, the curve over the forehead is very, very good. Yeah, very beautiful forehead over here, but a little bit sunken over the temple, just a little bit. So, any one of you are familiar with the 8-point lift? That's also in your book. In your today's book, you can take a look of an 8-point lift. If I do the 8-point lift, I usually do. The first point is L1. L1 is a suture line. So it's here. So this is what we call the L1. L2 is more medial. This is the L2 is over the soup area. Usually the lateral soup. The medial soup is medial to the lateral cancers, that's medial soup. And the L3 is usually in Taiwan called the apple cheek area. So it's over here. And for her, also we need to do the L4 area to the canine fossa area to give her support. So I will do this 8-point lift. We use the product of Voluma. We wanted a more lifting effect, more supporting effect. So